Well, first off, JJ, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for Primetime Local News. I really appreciate it. Now, you are a Calgary based singer songwriter, and I see you as like a no nonsense kind of Americana songwriter, which I absolutely love your style and I love your tone and I love your songs. Now, for someone who may not be too familiar with you, tell us a bit more about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Calgary. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I kind of make my goal. I've always kind of made my goal to try and write great songs above anything else. And so that's always been my number one thing. I'm not too worried sometimes about how the production turns out, if it turns out one way or another. I just like having fun creating music, and so I've been really, trying to make the focus on having fun and writing great stuff.
Well, you definitely do that. And I've loved all your music since I got to know you back in 2017. So it's been a while since we have chatted, of course. So we are at the end of summer. We're now in fall. Tell us a bit about your summer. What'd you get up to?
Well, it was a busy summer of shows. There was lots of driving around Western Canada for me. I have a 5-month-old baby at home, and so there was me, my wife, and our baby and our dog climbed into the van, and we went. I went and played shows around Western Canada. So it
That
ended up
sounds
being like quite,
exciting.
yeah, it ended up being quite an adventurous time, and not always the easiest thing to do, but we had some fun, and definitely something that we'll forever remember. And so I always loved being around Western Canada in the summer, and playing shows and going and seeing so many people that I've been able to develop great friendships with. So it was a good summer for me, that's for sure.
That's great. Are there any memorable moments in particular?
Well, there we did a tour with a close friend of mine named Michael Bernard Fitzgerald, and he set up this really cool tour where we he basically had a tent, and he would go from farm to farm to farm all across Canada. He ended up going. I only joined him for Western Canada, but it was like a really unique experience to be able to hear music that way. Like you were sitting in a situation where it was an intimate crowd, and you're in the middle of nowhere underneath the stars, and it was something that I'll remember, because like I basically Michael would play, and I'd just be able to stand out there and look up the stars and listen to him play, and behind everybody. So it was a very, very cool experience.
Now we got to talk about the JJ Shiplett Public Library and Record Club. It is coming soon. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so as I've been working through what the future is going to look like, and what it looks like for me as an artist, so many artists these days are questioning what it is they're doing, and how to make it happen, and how to make it like a plausible lifestyle. And so I decided on a few different things that I wanted to do, and so I wanted to create the JJ Shiplett Public Library, which is just, it's a glorified website, is all it really is. The idea behind it is, but it's just a place where you can actually just go, like, I want to listen to a JJ Shiplett song, I can go to this spot and I can listen to one here. I want to watch a video of his, I know that I can go to this spot and watch it. And so it's kind of just a public spot for everybody to, if you want to hear or listen to anything that I'm doing. Then the record club is a little bit different. It's a little bit it's more of an evolved fan club idea, where and that's coming soon, where people can actually have access to me as an artist, and I can communicate directly with them, getting rid of any other sort of in between product or social media thing, just if people are actually wanting to support me as an artist. And so that's kind of the idea, and that's coming soon. We'll be launching that right away here.
That sounds really cool. And I love how you want to be so interactive with your fans and be a part of their experience with your music. I absolutely love that. Now, before we talk about your latest single that came out earlier this month, we got to talk about what's next for you. What is coming up this fall and winter?
Well, I've got some shows coming up that I'm gearing up for. We're getting ready to announce a tour, so I'm very excited about that also. Right now, I'm actually coming from the studio working on a Christmas song.
I love Christmas music, so I'm going to really look
Yeah,
forward to this for sure.
yeah, there's going to be a Christmas song this year, and so it's just weird to be doing Christmas songs in September. It doesn't really feel like it yet. So yeah, I've got there's a lot going on. There's a lot of plans that we have to release new music. Christmas song, and some touring, and so it's all kind of in the works now that we're back off the road from the summer.
Well, A Different Kind of Light, it came out on September 9th, and I love the song so much. I just love it when you say, I will carry you with me, a different kind of light. You repeat that line, and it's so soft and so subtle. But then at the chorus, you just burst with this sound, and my heart just drops and my stomach drops, and it's just so magical. So tell us about, where did A Different Kind of Light come from?
There's a couple little stories uh, about how the song came about. And one of them I've been telling live as I've been playing shows, and so I'll keep that so people have to come watch me, come watch the show live in order to hear that side of it. But my idea was basically that, like, I was in a conversation with a friend, and we were talking. He was talking to me about how we are all beings of light, and I kind of got thinking about it and lost in it when I started to think about how if we are all beings of light, each one of us, when we communicate, when we interact with each other, we share that. Those lights become contagious, and not contagious in a bad way, like we've been programmed for the past couple of years to really understand it, but contagious in like a positive way, that we're better off when we're around the people that we love, and we are able to give them some of our light, and they're able to give us some of their light, and then we carry that force wherever we go.
Definitely. And there is almost that saying where they say that when you light someone's fire, you don't lose your own, you just become brighter. And that is exactly what I
Exactly.
got out of this song. And it is gorgeous. Well, JJ, thank you so much for joining me today. Is there anything else you want to mention or talk about?
No, thank you for having me on, Sarah. Appreciate it. Nice to see you again.
Thanks. It was great to see you too.